So we get on the...
Nearly got us killed on that
That's
boat?
what I was going to say, yeah. Okay, so I sat in a guy's chair to order a beer, or, he taps me on the shoulder and goes, "You're sitting in my chair." And I go, "Yeah, but I'm ordering a beer. Like, hold your horses, bro." And then he goes, "No, get out of my chair." And then I was like, he was wearing a blazer, and I was like, "Guy in the blazer, something,
dead man
something." I kept saying, "Dead man walking."
I'm pretty sure they were neo-Nazis.
Yes.
That's the part you didn't realize.
That's what I didn't realize. And then, luckily, we befriended two insane MMA fighters. And
let me describe this, because
protected us, I think. Right?
It's a nightclub on a boat, and people specifically take this boat to go party when they travel from Estonia to Sweden, and they go buy liquor in Estonia because it's cheaper than Stockholm or whatever. We were there, and pretty much nobody was on the boat. It was like empty night at the club. There's a guy in a blue blazer at the bar who thinks you're encroaching on his space. He was entirely irrational. He was just like, he was looking for shit, and you say, "Dead man walking." For an hour, you were walking by him, and every time you would walk by, you'd say, "Dead man walking." You were so out of it. Second of all, leading up to this, you had bought liquor at the store and stolen Matt's water bottles. Matt had left 2 water bottles by his bed so that he could have something to drink when he came back, because he knew that he was going to be drunk. So he's like, "I'm going to leave water here." And so you drank all of his water and filled it with vodka. And you put the 2 plastic bottles of vodka in your camera bag. And you were walking around pouring your own shots for us around the whole boat, at karaoke, everywhere.
Also had dried anchovies.
Anchovies, yeah. Jesus Christ. You were eating anchovies out of your camera bag. I could smell, honestly, you walked in 100 yards away and you were eating anchovies. And I was like, what the fuck is that smell? And then it turns out that it's you carrying the smell around the entire...
At one point, Matt came to us. He's like, "Yeah, I'm dancing with these babes." And I was like, "Take a shot," and then chase it with this anchovy. And he ate it. He's like, "Wait, but I have to go back to the girl. Why did I just eat this anchovy?" Yeah.
It smelled like a fish farm. They were the most powerful, disgusting smelling anchovies I've ever smelled. So we're all walking around getting drunk on water bottle vodka. And
it was good. It was Stoli Platinum, though.
It was Russian Standard.
Russian Standard Platinum, yes. Thank you.
So finally, we learned that the guy in the blue blazer is friends with a skinhead, as in a literal skinhead. The guy had, a gold grill and a bunch of fucking freaky tattoos and a shaved head, and he was an Estonian criminal, which we only learned from the Estonian fighters we met, who happened to like us. I was, for once, the responsible one in this situation, and I felt like I was sticking around so Gulis didn't get thrown off a boat.
Well, I was sticking around watching both of you, like as the older brother, and I wanted to go to bed like for 3 hours, but I was like, I should probably hang out and see what's going on, because Nick kept like egging on this dude who was clearly a fucking criminal.
Yeah, we didn't realize the blue blazer guy and the skinhead were compadres. So we're talking to the Estonian fighters, and they're getting drunk before they have to fight the next day. We're like, aren't you worried about this? And they're like, "No, we'll just go to the sauna and we'll sort it out." Like, "Oh, you're gonna get brain damage, dude. You're gonna be dehydrated and get punched in the head." But anyway, luckily they liked us, and they kept saying, "Don't worry about the skinhead. He's just an Estonian criminal." So then we end up at 3 a.m. on the outside of this boat,
looking at pitch black, looking into fog.
Yes,
it's craziest scene.
Us, a skinhead, and Estonian fighters on the outside of a boat. And I'm only there because I have some sense of responsibility that Nick is going to be killed by strangers. And the Estonians come over to us, or the fighters, and they say to us, "Oh, that guy wants to throw you off the boat." The skinhead literally said, "Why don't we just throw these guys off the boat into the ocean?"
The Baltic Sea. It was the Baltic Sea.
It was cold.
We would have froze to death immediately.
Instantly, yes. In the middle of the Baltic. Yeah. And that was when I was like, "All right, Gulis, let's get the fuck out of here."
We were
and then the craziest thing is the guy in the blazer, as we were leaving, like later, he was like passed out like in a stairwell. Right. And I was like, should I kick him in the face right before I go to bed? And then but to be fair, I think I saved your guys' lives like a few times, probably.